but they maybe go through a very stressful period in their lives.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not the pain in the leg, it's actually the mental sort of impact that you need to look at first. Because there's a lot of research out.
And with the NLP then, with this, how are you going to like deepen your understanding? Is there, because you're doing the coaching, is there anything that you're going to be doing that takes this further then?
So I'm currently completing the NLP Master Practitioner. So I'm just going a little bit more deeper into and learning more various different sort of skills, I would say, to be able to help people in different areas. So that will get a little bit more deeper understanding into different knowledge, into how to use NLP then to help people in the different ways.
Fantastic. And when you're doing like like you said before about the cryotherapy, one of the things that I'm always listening to the subtext. So when someone might be saying something, do you find you often listening, okay, this is not a physical limitation? So when they're talking, do you often go into like the NLP mindset and go, actually, I don't think it's that? You're not saying it to the person, but do you find that you're constantly not assessing, but I'm trying to think of the word.
Yeah, and you do get the link. So it depends on what's happening in that person's life. So they may have a pain. It may not be anything physical that you can see, but they might have a pain, say in the leg or the foot or whatever. But they maybe go through a very stressful period in their lives.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not the pain in the leg, it's actually the mental sort of impact that you need to look at first. Because there's a lot of research out there with the link between the ability to, from a brain perspective, from being stressed, from a mental perspective, to the impact on the body, because everything's interconnected. And it was interesting. I did have I had one client in one day, and she had a pain in Achilles in a foot, and I was working on the foot with the cryotherapy, and the pain went out, and let's say it was on the right foot, and the pain disappeared from the right foot, but it appeared on the left foot. There was nothing wrong with the left foot when she walked in, and there was nothing wrong when she walked out either. But that moment in time, she thought, the pain's gone from the right foot, but I can feel something in my left foot. So it is mad how the brain and the physical pain and the brain is interconnected.
It always takes me back to a situation where I was working for a company and they were going through redundancies. And the stress at that time was, I was only 21 and it was the first time I'd been through something like that.
Yeah.
And I got ill from the stress. But then I thought, once I found out I wasn't being made redundant, I thought, great, I'll bounce back. But it's almost like my body it just shut down.
Yes.
And it's mad because I didn't have a flu.
No.
I wasn't unwell in the sense of the physical sense.
Yes.
But that stress caused me I've never felt anything like it, because it was a bit confusing at the time, because I thought I should be happy I've not been made redundant.
That's right.
But I feel like garbage.
Yeah. So the impact on your body was a huge impact.
Yeah.
From the stress that you went through.
Which is very systemic, because you don't realize sometimes that people just say it's in your mind, but it's surprising how much the mind controls everything with the body. And I know that's a stupid thing, but we don't always believe it.
No, and sometimes it does materialize in actual pain. You feel that pain, even though it comes from the mind.
And a lot of people get stomach issues. I know my father does. Whenever he's stressed, he gets stomach issues. So I know when he's stressed, because he complains about his belly.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, right, okay. So I know that there's nothing wrong with his belly, but I'll know to look out for, okay, what's causing the stress.
Which then is causing the issue with the belly.
Which is causing. And then as soon as he's okay, goes away. And
the symptoms go away.
He's on top of the world.
Yeah.
He is.